Hello, and let's get started. I am using a 6.5mm crochet hook. Begin by tying a slip knot. Start with your chain stitch until you reach approximately 6 inches or 15 centimeters. For our first row, we will do single crochets. Start in the first chain from the hook and in each chain all the way across. Once you have reached the end, we are going to do a chain 1 and turn your work. For our second row, we will be starting in the first stitch. We are going to single crochet in the back loop only of each stitch. So the back loop, pull up your yarn, and a single crochet. Continue to the end of the row. Once you have reached the end, chain 1 and turn. Starting in the first single crochet again, in the back loop only, we're going to repeat this pattern. Make sure you have the same amount of stitches in each row. My work is about 20 stitches across, and the finished size is about 18 inches or 60 rows. We will now work down the side of our brim. We're going to chain 1. We will then put 1 single crochet into the end of each row. Finding a spot at the end of each row, single crochet. At the end, I will have 60 single crochets. We will then fold our brim in half. To join down the side, we will insert our hook into the beginning chain and then insert the hook into the back loop only and create a slip stitch. Again, insert into the chain, back loop only, pull through your slip stitch. Into the chain, back loop only, and a slip stitch. Continue all the way down until you have joined your circle. Once you have reached the end, we will do a chain 1. We will now work single crochets along the inside of our circle, doing 1 single crochet in each row all the way around. We are creating the part of the brim that will be folded up. Continue all the way around. Once you have reached the beginning, we will insert our hook to do a slip stitch. Instead of pulling our original color through, we are not going to do that. We will pick up our new color. Insert your hook, drop your original yarn, pick up your new color, and pull through your slip stitch. Chain 1 and begin your single crochets all the way through, doing a single crochet through both loops in every stitch around. Join your row with the slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. Chain 1 and repeat for a second row. When you have reached the end, change back to your original color as shown before. Chain 1 and begin with your new color. You can now cut the red yarn. Crochet 2 more rows around. Cut the yarn and pull it through. Using your darning needle, we will finish off by using an invisible stitch. Insert your needle in the second stitch from the end. Coming from the back side, place your needle back through the original last stitch. Pull snug and this will create an invisible stitch all along the edge. You can now weave in the ends into the back side. We will now start at the middle seam with our gray yarn. Insert the hook, pull up the yarn, and chain 3. This chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. We will then do 1 double crochet into each single crochet all the way around. Once you have reached all the way around, do a slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. You will have 60 double crochets all the way around. If you do not have 60, try to make your row divisible by 3. I will show you on the next row. On the second row, start with a chain 2. This will not count as a stitch. You will then do a double crochet into the same stitch. You will then do 1 more double crochet into the next stitch. We will now start our front post double crochet. Wrapping the yarn around the hook, we will go around the post from behind. Pull your yarn through, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through 2. You have just completed your first front post double crochet. We will then continue with 2 double crochets in the next stitches. Followed by a front post double crochet. We will repeat this pattern. 2 double crochets, front post double crochet, 2 double crochets, front post double crochet until we reach the end. When you get back to the beginning, you will double crochet into your first stitch and then finish with a front post double crochet. You will see the pattern from below. We will slip stitch to join in the top of the first double crochet. Then chain 2 and double crochet into the same stitch. Double crochet into the next stitch. You will now see your pattern. You will do a front post double crochet around the front post double crochet of the row below, and then 2 double crochets and the front post double crochet around the bottom one to make your pattern. Continue this pattern until you have your desired height. I have done mine for approximately 12 rows or 6 inches. We will now start a decrease by doing 2 double crochet together. Yarn over, insert your hook into the first double crochet, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. You will now yarn over and go through into the next double crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. To tie the 2 together, we will now yarn over and pull through 3. This is a double crochet together. Continue the pattern of front post double crochet and then 2 double crochet together all the way around. For the next row, we are going to single crochet into each stitch all the way around. For our last row, we will decrease again. We will single crochet into every second stitch. Leave a stitch and then single crochet. Leave a stitch and single crochet until you reach the beginning. We can now cut the yarn and leave about 12 inches to tie the pom-pom on at the end. With the darning needle, weave in and out of every stitch and then pull tight. Pull tight and stitch to close, weaving in and out many times. When you are finished, be sure to tie in all your loose ends. To add the pom-pom, we will pull our finishing yarn through to the inside of our toque. Pull the long ends of the pom-pom through the top. I usually just weave this through my darning needle. Secure well by tying a lot of knots, and then cut your yarn. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel on how to make the pom-pom.